So against all odds, here we are with a second video. That is another 3D printed part review. And, as you can tell, I spent a lot of time making this as neat as possible. What actually happened is I keep doing this, right? To be cool, like that's supposed to be an ongoing bit, but I'm never doing that again because, if I fuck up the video and I need to start it again, I have to write that shit out again. And it's, for me to write that shit neatly, it's a lot to ask. So this kit is from Rocketfist Customs, and it was sculpted by Blackbeard Tatch. So let me just get into it really quickly. So this is from Rocketfist Patreon, which I am a member of. And I'm going to go over that kind of like at length another time when I get a shipment. There's a shipment that's coming soon that I'm going to save it for. You can go to his Instagram and you can check out, basically what it entails. Here is his Instagram. I'm just going to get this shit out of the way anyway to be all like organized about it. So his Instagram, and that's Blackbeard who did the sculpting, and Blackbeard is like really doing some fucking crazy shit right now. He's done some incredible sculpting. And, I said this before, I'm going to say it over and over again. You should be following the sculptors and not just the stores. And when you do a custom, you should be tagging the sculptors and the stores because they want to see what you're making, right? They like really want to see what is becoming of their kits. That's a funny way of saying it, but whatever. So here's what you get with the kit. You get this shield. Now, let me just say, this is from like the game Doom. I'm not a gamer. So like, I don't even know if this is new to the new game or not, but it is on the cover of the new game because I took a look at the cover when I got this. This is the helmet, which is instantly recognizable even for me because it's fairly fucking iconic and it's a really, really good sculpt. Now, here's the thing. Like, Doom or fucking not, I love these pauldrons. And let me start that sentence. I'm going to say it again. What I mean by that is like, gamer who knows a lot about Doom or cares about it or not, like these pauldrons are fucking sick. I love them. So this is the kit, and this is something I should be able to put together really quickly. So like, but check that out though, because I'm going to say this, like, right? Like, look at that. This fucking really instantly transforms this. And this is four pieces, right? And it transforms this to look so much like the actual character. It's such a fucking simple kit, right? But look at it. Now, I wouldn't buy this to do a Doom custom because that game, I don't have that sort of, I don't give a shit. No offense. But I would buy this fucking shield because, this shield is just fucking sick anyway. But I'm gonna, let me say this, right? Like, these pauldrons are fucking sick. I love this shit because this reminds me of like the Road Warrior and like Road Pig, like the just from G.I. Joe, like the just kind of like making like armor out of like sports equipment or some shit, like maybe something that would be in the Warriors. This is what this reminds me of, and it's very random, but I'm gonna tell you about it. So if you look at this and you look at this, it looks like a umpire's like uniform. And here's the thing. So like what is September? So like 2 years ago, I was sent on a trip from my old job, and they sent me to like this concert, and we saw like a festival, and one of the bands was 30 Seconds to Mars, and this does come back to this, and they suck. Like, that's not a good band. So I'm going to get that out of the way. That's my opinion. They're not good. It's also kind of a fact, and if you listen to them, I do apologize. They're not very good. They're fine at best. But like Jared Leto, he's like wildly uncool dude. And he came out like in full on like a white like umpire's like uniform. Like all like this, right? And bigger shoulder pads with fucking spikes on them. It was like so stupid. He looked like he was wearing like a fucking 3D printed kit for like a G.I. Joe classified figure from like 2022. And like, I feel like if you know, you know. And at one point in between songs, he's walking and he slips. I swear, like the dude slips on a water bottle, but like slapstick like banana style, like full on, falls on his ass. And he's like, oh, fuck. And the next thing he did was apologize to the audience. And he's like, I'm so sorry for cursing. And fucking, like, legit, there is nothing that I've ever seen in my life than, like, the succession of events of him walking out looking like that, playing a bunch of really bad songs, falling on his ass, and then, like, apologizing for cursing. Like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, you were in what some might call a rock band. I don't know that that's what that music really is, but that's a different conversation. And, like, that shit was so funny that, like, my daughter was laughing at how stupid it was that he, like, apologized for cursing, and she was like 11 or like 12. Because I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, which is like crazy, but apparently my mind is just generally goo. And anyway, I think we can all agree, that his best role was certainly In My So-Called Life, and he probably should have just like hung it up after that. That's, I think, my opinion, and probably also a fact. I want to like try to do some poses and shit, but I'm not good at posing. Like, as you can fucking see, like, I don't know what this pose is, but like shield and then head turns pose. Shit's fucking terrible because I'm standing over, like, hunched over this fucking phone in my ring light. And like, I don't have a great ring light, so this is just an awkward position. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing. It's so late at night. I should not even be awake. But I just want to get this out of the way so I can paint it.